Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the one aspect of freelancing that I hear about the most often, especially from new people, but frankly from everybody, because I think this happens to us all, even if we've been doing this for 30 years. And that is what we call imposter syndrome. And I know you know what I'm talking about. This is a feeling where even if you've been doing that kind of work, the kind of work you're doing for years and years and years and years, you still get these feelings of intimidation and doubt and worry, and you think, oh my God, I really don't know what I'm doing. At some point my clients are going to notice that I don't know what I'm doing, and then I'm going to lose all my work, and it's all going to be for nothing, and I'm going to be a big, huge failure. And I'm sort of making fun of it, but only because I know the feeling very well. I've totally been there. I'll be there again. I have no doubt. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and just I can only speak to it from my personal experience, but I do remember when I started out having lots of 3 a.m. panic attacks where I was just convinced that I was just terrible at this job, didn't know what I was doing, even though I had been doing it for, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years at that point. Still feeling like, oh God, I just don't know what I'm doing, and everybody's going to find out someday. And so what helped me get over that is basically logic. I logicked myself out of that mindset, and I continue to when it pops back up for me. And I said this in other videos, but it bears repeating, which is that every single business that we interact with in the world, every single day of our lives, every product we touch, every product we use, every car we drive, every coffee maker we use, all of that stuff was just an idea in somebody's head at one point. Every business was started by a human individual person. And it's kind of crazy to think about the fact that everybody who's ever started a business was some kind of genius, and you're not. That doesn't make any sense. It's sort of like the argument that there isn't life anywhere else in the universe. That just doesn't seem possible mathematically. So you can't be the only person who struggles and who sometimes falters. You don't always know what you're doing, but neither does anybody. So when I sort of figured that out, that everything I see around me was created by a person, and the idea was created by a human individual person like me, it made me feel a lot better about the fact that sometimes I worry, and sometimes I don't think I'm very good at things. But so what? The very worst thing that could possibly happen, if I really truly am an imposter, the worst absolute thing that can happen is I have to get another job. And it's not death, right? It's just, I'm just going to have to pivot. I'm going to have to shift to be more successful in whatever way that means. So whether it means getting another job, whether it means joining a temp agency, whether it means driving for Lyft. I mean, there's just always ways to make money if you're innovative. And it's possible that when you're starting out, you may need to shift your approach. When we start out in any kind of business, we don't necessarily know what the response is going to be, right? So, and that's totally normal. It's a totally normal part of business to need to shift and change your strategy. So if you are starting out as a freelancer and you're worried, and you just think maybe I'm just going to fail at this, the truth is that it's okay if you fail at it, or if it's okay if your initial attempts don't work out exactly the way you want it. That's totally fine. It's totally normal. Every business goes through that, whether it's just a one-person business or whether it's Wells Fargo Bank or Tesla. Like, all of these companies are continually shifting and continually looking at their strategies and seeing what's working and what's not working. So all this to say that you can do this. It's once you realize that you can't really fail, then it lifts a lot of that burden off your shoulders. because the truth is there's no way to fail at this. You actually fail more if you just don't try, I think. And so you're on a challenging path, but a path that is really exciting and different, and it takes a lot of creative energy, and that's why I like it, because it feels like I'm continually problem solving, and I really like that aspect. So I just wanted to reassure you, if you're feeling imposter syndrome, that it's okay. It doesn't mean you're a failure. All you can do is just change your approach and change your technique, and that's what we do every day of our lives anyway. So don't worry, you can do this. And if anybody tells you different, don't listen to them. You'll be fine. Good luck out there.